Did you ever find yourself asking this question on how to build accountability in your team and in your team members? Hi there, I am George Zakaria. In this video session, I am going to touch upon the 5 most common excuses that team members bring in and how you as a manager and leader can help them to overcome those excuses to build a culture of accountability. I'm going to take example of certain department and designation, and it does not mean to imply in general. It is purely for educational purpose. A specific case is that of an IT infrastructure manager and his fellow colleagues who are required to set up the laptops and desktop whenever a new employee joins in any team or function. He and his fellow colleagues found that they were unable to meet the deadlines. So when they were asked as to what are their reasons why they were not able to meet their deadline, they would usually come up with these 5 excuses. A few of them were genuine, and a few for which they were solely responsible. So as the manager and leader of your team, it is important that you address these excuses so that it will help to build a culture of accountability. The number one excuse that this particular team gave was that they did not receive timely communication. As you know that they are required to install required softwares, they need to provide access to folders and to servers. So they need to receive this information from the HR team in advance. So as the leader of your team, it is important that you help your team to receive timely communication from within the department or even outside the department, so that they are able to deliver on their tasks. The second common excuse that they gave was that they did not receive requisite permission on time. As a leader, it is important that you don't hold on to the information and make your team too dependable on you. It has been observed that that in the inbox there are various mails which require action to be taken or pending for approval. It is important as a leader that you give fast approvals. Otherwise, your team will take it as an excuse for not carrying out their tasks on time. The third reason that they gave, that they were unable to get it fixed due to the lack of their knowledge or skills. So there are times when the members get stuck, when team members get stuck and they are unable to get things done. For such an excuse, it is equally the responsibility of the team member and that of the manager. The team member is supposed to get himself or herself trained either by looking up in the existing folders or going online and getting himself or herself trained. The manager has the responsibility to ask the team member as to how he or she is going to get his skill gap fixed and provide all requisite support to help the person get that gap fixed. The fourth excuse is usually a self-discipline one on the part of the team member. He or she delays getting things done due to bad delaying habits, like going for frequent tapri ki chai, or sutta breaks, that is going out for smoking. However, now that was a phenomena which used to happen maybe pre-pandemic. Now it may not be possible, but yes, the idea is not to take too frequent long breaks. I'm not against that common socialization. So in such self-discipline scenarios, the manager is supposed to have a feedback conversation in a coaching style. Like, let me give you an example of that. How it can be done is by asking the team member as to what 3 actions would you take to ensure that such a delay doesn't happen again, or what actions would you suggest to be taken if you were to delay again in getting these things done. The feedback has to be given in a coaching style conversation to fix the issue on self-discipline. The fifth excuse that they gave is that the other person or the member from the other team was not available on time or they were being impatient. In such a case, as the manager of your team, coach your team member to be assertive in their communication with the other person by saying, "We would like to set up the system for you on time. However, if you are not available, can we do it? Can we go and get it done for the other team and come back to you? Or can we set it up in your absence?" Hope you could relate to these frequently observed excuses. So let me summarize what action you as a manager and leader need to take. Number 1, ensure that your team member receives timely communication. Second, provide quick approval and permissions. The third, ask the team member on how they will fix their skills gap and how quickly they will go about improving it for executing tasks. Fourth, give feedback to team members on self-discipline issues in a coaching style conversation. Fifth, encourage your team member to be assertive in his or her communication if the client team member is non-cooperative. So as the manager, you have to ensure that your team is able to overcome all these key issues so that they become more accountable. So what are the other excuses that your team brings to you? You may like to share it in the comment section. If you found this practical piece of information useful, then do like and share. And if you want to continue to receive information of all upcoming videos, subscribe to the channel and do press the bell icon. Thanks once again for watching.